Good evening. Welcome back to DreadLore's The Red Writ.
The Red Writ.
We play every Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time Zone on Twitch. Thanks to our cast, Bill Bunkum, Andrea Elliott-Johnson, Daniel Hulker, Drizzle, and Ken Howl for being in the cast. Score by all lowercase letters, and Mr. Interrupt. Thanks for that music, guys. Our Patreon members are a vital, important part of how we can keep going. Technology is expensive. Everything costs too much money. And our Patreons, Tim Roberts, Daniel Hulker, Nostalgic, and Natalia Cline, help with
Nostalgic and Natalia Cline.
That very painful continuing process. Art media by Couchfire Media Productions.
Thank you, Couchfire.
And Trois Reblay brings us this content like the DreadLore book, the Red Writ, and whatever else that they do by keeping us involved in the
No one really knows who they were or what they were doing.
Definitely doing it, and we appreciate it. Thanks, Trois Reblay Productions. We're back.
We're back.
Dun, dun,
Oh my god. We're back.
What you munching on?
Better fucking stop your Huh?
What you munching on?
I went and got Japanese food prior to this.
Japanese food. The Red Writs.
The Red Writ. Japanese. And I got the old curry. And I was destroying some curry and some cucumber salad. It's very vinegary. It's awesome.
I dig the cucumber salad for sure.
Yeah. Is it a euphemism? I don't know. I don't know.
Stuff. I don't think that is.
At any rate, get you right here. So, Andrea has not returned. She was not feeling well.
The Red Writ.
The Red Writ. Let's recap real quick. Where were we in all of this? Hey, Hulker, where were you?
Where were we?
Yeah.
We were in a temple.
A
Looking
sunken
eye to...
temple.
Huh?
A sunken temple.
Sunken temple. Feeling very pissy. In a very pissy mood. And we looked straight into the eye of an eyeball.
Simon?
And that eyeball went back to where it came from. It blinked.
It did. It really did.
Simon?
Yeah. I had just shot at the eyeball or the tentacle, and now it's started to retract, but the rift is still there, just not as wide as it was before.
Nord?
I just made out with a demon from beyond, and he was pretty good.
Pretty good.
He was so good that I regained all of my traits and abilities back, and maybe gained a few others. So, you know, I had a release of sorts. Some would say.
Yeah, you did.
And I'm not entirely invisible anymore.
Yeah, it's like he saw you or something. Get it?
He saw me. He saw me for who I was, and maybe made me a little bit more comfortable with myself.
Yeah, maybe. You guys are standing in this trapezoid of a room. 2 braziers on either side. All kinds of bullshit on the floor. This scar tissue hovering in front of you. When you look at it, you can't see it actually. It's only appearing in your peripheral vision. And even then, the moment you take notice, it's not there. Beyond you, another double door, massive. Seems barred somehow. Not through physical means, through something else. The action is on you all at this point. We'll start this, though, with Drizzle, with Simon.
I'm going to bid detective and look and see if there's any clues or information in this little. Is it like kind of like an atrium between two set of doors?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to I'll still bid detective to see if there's any sort of information in here and search around before we get to the other doors. Keeping the rift in my periphery and not going near it.
So you start ambling around looking for clues as to what may or may not be there. You do note the floor is, tacky with this wax that's been burned on it. Beneath that is salt or some other kind of powder, chalk, all sorts of just this mosaic of pattern underneath your feet. And again, the brazier's burning with skulls and bones and all sorts of stuff. Looking around at the walls are stone, and it looks like they've been wet, gone through different seasons, if you will. Like anything that was on them would have peeled off by now. There's some of that leafy moss in the cracks where the grout is. That said, moving about this room, are you looking for anything in particular?
Not really. I'm looking to see if there's something left back by the occultists or that sort of stuff.
As Simon, you're moving around the corners of the rooms, the corner of the room, I should say. And on the far right corner, so top right corner, meaning you come in the door and to your top right, you see a pile of what looks like furs, and you see maybe like an antler poking out from under.
Okay, so I'll go over to it and look at them. I'm assuming that it's the costumes.
Yeah, as you look down and start messing around with them, costumes, same sort of occultist costumes you've seen them wear, and you guys have worn yourselves. Nord is translucent-ish. Tony is standing there too. Actions on you guys as this is all happening. You see Simon start.
At the rift, it's not shut entirely?
Doesn't seem so.
Can I
yeah.
Can I bid something?
For what?
I would like to bid maybe apothecary to like search around the rift to see if any dust or particles or maybe colors have remnants of this creature, maybe that I could gather and maybe put into a potion.
Sure. What do you bid?
Apothecary.
Oh, you bid apothecary. We'll have you throw down with a mishap die.
Okay.
As you start, you see some of these little bits and pieces. You start picking them off out of the air and off various things. We will see if they react to you.
Well, I did in a very non-dangerous way. Yeah,
Right.
super controlled as the drug addict. Okay, that's 3 entire successes. The mishap die is a 4.
Nord, describe how you gather this incorporeal stuff and
It's,
somehow put it into a potion flask.
I'm sure he's got lots of baggies and little. He's got some vials that he used that he stole from mold, and he emptied out some of them when he made his last potion. So he doesn't touch this stuff. He just kind of scoops it up and then puts the top up, and then like tucks it away in his little pouch. He's got a lot of little drug baggies, not the best way to hold things, but plastic.
You
is
have
pretty good.
You have ambioidiche remnants.
Ambioidiche remnants. That's the thing that was in the thing. I might grab. I might also grab some of the bones that are dead.
No, they're in braziers, but you can. Or do you mean the ones scattered on the ground?
Maybe scattered on the ground.
Yep. As you start looking around for a nice
And some of the
vertebrae.
blood, if there's any blood.
Oh yeah, they have some blood on them.
Eh.
Tony. Action's on you, man. Tony.
I wonder what happened if I read out of the book some more.
Mariah looks over questioningly.
I mean, wait.
We're gonna leave here, right?
Yeah, I'm not spending the rest of my time down here.
I mean, I think we push forward. Unless you think this is the rift that monster came from. I think it might just be like a shutter, and it's not the main. It's not the main.
Is it a book?
We've got doors.
You hear
here.
drums. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, like that. We got to stop that.
Oh, more acolytes.
Yeah, acolytes. When we get in that room, read all you want. Read and like put all the hot sauce in their eyes that you can imagine, or whatever you do to.
Yeah, I'll put it other places too. Let's go.
Yeah, I think we go there.
the drums. Who can keep the beat?
How many cloaks are there?
I'm wearing a cloak.
Huh?
But I'm partially invisible.
How many cloaks are that did I find?
3.
3. Is anybody still wearing theirs from earlier, or? Nor
Yeah, I'm still dressed like one of them.
Okay.
Although it doesn't seem to affect them. Perhaps it's, your face.
And we don't give them a
Probably.
lot of time. We kill them pretty fast. So. And like.
Tony always
Yeah.
comes in like this.
Hey guys, we're here. Maybe we don't announce our present next time.
What's with that guy?
I'm going to. I don't
Who's the
remember.
guy in
if-
the leather jacket? Sorry.
I don't remember if Leah has one or not on, but I'm going to give one to her and one to Mariah, and I'll take one
No,
just
thanks.
just for warmth because of it being cold.
Yep. So. See, what are those? What kind of animals are those? Hunting animals? So you've got some deer skin. Got maybe a bobcat. You'll have a goat pelt.
I get that one
There'll
to
be-
Mariah.
There'll be a cow pelt. Like a straight up milk cow. Who gets that one?
I'll give that one to Leah.
So Leah's wearing the milk cow. Mariah's wearing the goat. The fucking goat head. Oh, what are you wearing?
I'll take the deer skin one.
You take the deer. Is it a buck or a doe?
I'd say it's a doe because it's these
Because
people
they're
aren't
just
going to kill.
bad.
They're not gonna kill the big ones. They're afraid of the big ones. They go for the easier ones.
Yeah, so it's a doe skin. Nord, you'll have on a ram pelt,
Okay.
and Tony will give you what's another animal in the forest?
Deer.
Yeah, so it'll just be a deer. So a doe, deer,
A deer.
a female deer.
deer.
Okay.
All right, actions on you guys.
Dude,
Do you think there's gonna be another one of those? Should I pee over? I'm gonna pee on myself a little bit.
Why do you keep on peeing everywhere? Aren't you housebroken?
Oh wait, I'm gonna pee in the corner where Mariah, look away. I think you can see me now. I'm not gonna be a sex offender. Just look away. Can you see because I'm invisible? Can you see my skin and stuff? Is that
Yeah.
if I'm semi-transparent, you can kind of see through my clothes, and so I'm gonna spend a narrative point that Mariah doesn't ever really look at me because she didn't want to because
She does not see your pee-pee.
she doesn't see I might be
Your shame.
easier to I don't want to. I mean, anybody who looks at me can see my shame. It basically is the answer.
I think she sees far worse.
Simon, what were you saying?
do you think we can open this one like we did the last one?
Well, where's George? Or was it Greg?
It's
George. George Daney.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
we don't have another George we can send through. I have a feeling that maybe this was the big trap and maybe we're safe moving on through. I mean, they don't sound extraordinarily.
Doom, 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 doom.
Maybe we should stop.
Doom,
I got an idea. Why don't I just throw one of
doom,
these smoke bombs in there?
doom,
See what
doom,
happens.
doom, doom, doom.
Well, let me see if I can open this door like the last one.
Okay.
And I'll go back to the front room and grab the brazier that I used before and bring it back in here and try to.
You hear
open
a
the door.
scream from the other side of the door, muffled.
Let's go quick.
The drums again.
I would like
Quick before they figure out 7-8.
Doom, doom, doom.
All right, I think we go.
Doom, 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 doom,
That-
doom, 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 doom,
That makes me rush.
doom, doom, doom,
Yeah,
doom, doom,
get my back.
doom, doom, doom,
Ed,
doom,
Ed,
doom, doom,
oh,
doom,
open the
doom,
door.
doom.
I'm
Oh,
going
God, they
to
did.
bid- I'm going to bid.
Cunning. I'm gonna spend
Street
cunning.
smart.
Oh, you're gonna drop cunning.
Yeah.
I also will drop cunning.
Good. All right. As you guys hear the drums start to change, and someone not screaming, but well, they are screaming, but it's not the death-curdling scream. You can act.
It's
Tony, are you going to drop cunning too?
No.
I
Go.
bid street smart to try and open the door like I did before.
As you have
Somewhat.
done this before, with the rod that you're holding, it's pretty much the same thing. It's not nearly as difficult. You kind of know what to do. As Simon, you wrench this this pole made of. Did we say what it was made of?
I don't think so.
We'll call it iron, cold iron, with rough edges, the likes of maybe something is written on. As you stab it through in between the doors, wiggle it around, kind of know where to put the torque. you feel resistance give way, and the doors hover there unopened. Golly.
Okay. And I'll go ahead and push one open.
So you two have cunning, which means you have a surprise. As in, you surprise the people on the other side. A large room. Let me see how many sides it has. 8-sided. The ceiling is vaulted, holding up the earth above it. You're no longer underneath where the water is. This is perhaps straight above would be the hill behind the structure on top side. Maybe there's something underneath it. But in this room, this massive room, the ceiling is a good 20 some odd feet high, it looks like. There's candles hanging all over, providing this ambient yellow light. Walking around the circumference of this, you see 3 different people. I don't believe you haven't met them face to face, but one of them looks familiar from the Blue Note, one of the people that had attended. It's a woman. She has sort of a curled lip. She looks beautiful, save for that. She's wearing the pelt as well, but underneath it, as she walks, you can see she's in a dinner dress. These 3 people, unlike the acolytes outside, they all have headdresses. Instead of cudgels, simple gourds, they are carrying staves. They're walking around, following this chalky pattern. It's like it looks like there's foot placements as they kind of do this little yellow brick rainbow dance every so often, like a skip, and then keep on walking as they chant. In the center of the room, a 12-sided dais, a raised plate. There are 2 stairways. One stairway goes up, about halfway up, a platform, and then it goes up again. The platform at the top is quite small. The top of it is a good 10 feet off the ground, about halfway from the floor to the top. There are 2 people on the dais, on that first rung. One is Rebecca Foster, wearing a pelt with a stave. The other one is a worn-out looking fellow, also in pelt. Looks like he's been dragged out of the ocean. As he turns, you hear Mariah gasp. Marcus Mizrahi. Standing at the top of the dais, Lady Callie, in full regalia, white robes with little jewels and such of multicolored. Her hair is straight, like way too straight, extremely combed, falling down, almost perfect. And from this distance, she doesn't look like a crone. She looks like someone in her 20s or 30s, but you somehow know her still. She's glowing softly, or perhaps it's just the light. There is blood trailing down the stairs and dripping in pools off as you see a decapitated person, its body laying on the side, their head rolled off to the side. At the top with Lady Callie, on his knees, bound. Lady K has the big knife. Bound, beaten, bruised, brutalized. One of the detectives, the old man who you met in the graveyard.
Is it John?
Detective John, you get a pip, with the mustache, who said he would help you. You got the Bell Island.
Will
As
it
the
help me?
revelation may be, well, where is Detective Grant? What happened to him? If you want to know, you could bid or throw.
I'm gonna throw down, but I'm gonna guess it's the decapitated fella.
Yeah, I'll bid guarded. Because to me I know that something not good has happened. So I'm guarding myself for the truth of the matter.
I'll throw down.
Okay, do it.
Oops. Well, that went awry. That is two successes.
Two successes.
Nord, as you look over at the decapitated head, you note that it is not who you thought it was.
No.
It is not Grant. Someone else, although you're not sure if you've actually seen this person. Maybe you saw their face in the news. This person is wearing big 1980s sunglasses. Still, that head is. Face in absolute horror. You're pretty sure this is John Walker. A rich as balls man, loves women, partying, or dead. Absolute narcissist. Wrote some articles, was in the Navy and such. And we'll say that Nord, since you bid, you're pretty sure maybe Nord was on, he'd done some investigative journalism, and he had a suspicion that maybe John Walker was a spy for the Soviets. At any rate, you never met him in person. There's something strange, maybe. As you remember back to the hut that you went to on this island, one of the little tokens you saw were the dog tags of a Navy warrant officer. As you recall, it said J. Walker.
Oh, shit.
Tony, you threw down, you got 2 successes.
Yes.
As you sit there thinking, I wonder where Grant is. What could have happened? You realize, likely, these two got ambushed. Obviously, at least Detective John did. As it might be plausible that John checked out the abandoned marina and was just overconfident.
You mean the place where we just were?
Yep.
Is he still wearing his gloves?
No. He is definitely not. Simon, you bid or throw down?
No, I bid guarded.
Bidding guarded. You're sitting there sort of taking a step back, taking in the scene. Hey, Drizzle, where do you think Grant is?
I think he may have been the one thrown out of the lighthouse.
I'm going to give you an XP.
Oh, nice.
As it dawns on you, can you guys put it together? What happened?
I feel like. Go ahead.
I don't know. I think that they went to the lighthouse instead of the island, or before going to the island, and that's where they were ambushed. But I don't know. What do you think, Nord, Tony?
Well, I know that we are. They were gonna help us, and clearly, they must have come straight here, and it was a bad idea. Maybe they made the unfortunate mistake of going to the lighthouse where Lady Callie staged everything so she could see. I don't know.
I agree with everything that you all have said. And I will also add, they didn't have a book.
It didn't have a book. Yeah, they relied too much on technology. They had their wings, and they flew too close to the sun.
A Walkman won't cut it. Neither will a boombox. You need a book.
Reading Rainbow.
Yeah.
So, I can tell you the answer, but it might be more fun to get it out.
You said there's Rebecca Foster is in this room.
Yep.
And you said
She's-
Marcus
Mizrahi.
Yep.
is
Lady Callie.
is our buddy their buddy, the demon that attacked us a couple of times. What was his name again?
The Commandant?
No, yeah, is the Commandant in there?
Nope.
No,
There's a woman.
I was thinking Marcus, not Marcus.
Yeah, Marcus
His
is
name. No.
Cloyce.
Cloyce, that's it.
Oh.
Nope, Cloyce is not
Cloyce
here.
there.
So, Simon, it's a theory you have. All the theories you heard, and a third one, or a fourth one. And it could be a mix and match of any of these. Perhaps you guys have to investigate it. The detectives knew where you were going to go. They obviously, this had to happen before you got here. You're pretty sure Detective Grant was thrown from the lighthouse. And as you remember, when you guys got to the abandoned marina, before this all went down, before you saw the living dead, the revenant, pop up and attack you, the lighthouse was on.
Mm-hmm.
When you got to Bell Island and were dicking around, the lighthouse was on. And only then, after a while, was there a crash. Someone went into the bottom of the lighthouse. There was a struggle, and then someone was thrown out. You'll have to put together what that, or figure it out.
Well, I think
through investigation.
the lighthouse. I'm thinking right now that the lighthouse is where the Blue Hand people set up, and so it was one of the Lady Callie people going in and attacking them in their base or whatever.
And the other thing is, the lighthouse was not acting when you guys saw it. It was just one beam focused on Bell Island.
Yeah.
So you don't have a lot of the pieces of the puzzle, but there is something to this. As you look up, you see the scene. World action. Lady Callie kicks off
Can I
the body.
use my cunning?
Nope. world action.
Oh,
She
okay.
is in the process. She kicks off the dead body as it falls on the ground, blood. These people turn, looking up at the body falling, and the doors opening as you guys have the surprise. So it is the player turn because you have surprised them. Now you can still do cunning if you want to do cunning, and then your own turn.
Yeah.
She
I'd
came
like to
back just in time.
do cunning and then my own turn.
That would give you 2 turns, and they don't get any turn. Would someone like to update Andrea, Leah, what is up?
Me now.
Me now.
Hi!
Better.
Yeah, significantly. I'm not sure what the heck happened. I just
You were
all
going
of a sudden
down.
I started. Yeah, I mean, like all of a sudden I started feeling like really sick and getting like a fever and stuff, and I was like, oh, this is not gonna go anywhere good.
Oh.
That sucks.
Sounds like food poisoning.
Yeah, I
But,
don't
well,
know,
it
man.
doesn't because you're sometimes you just need a minute. You just need a break. If you've been going hard all day long, you just need a second.
So let's update Andrea really quick,
So
and round robin, hit it.
we opened the doors, and there was a rift with a worm coming through and attacking people, and it killed George, and Nord ran up and made out with it. And
That's what it does.
I shot at it, and Tony then sealed it with the book.
Ooh, nice.
And there were some cloaks in there, and I gave... Did you have a cloak on from before, or no?
I did, yeah.
Okay, well then we have an extra cloak. I gave Mariah a small one, and I put on one for warmth, basically. And we unlocked the second set of doors and have gone in. And does somebody else want to take over from this part?
But yeah, Lady Callie just kicked off. Lady Callie's in the room along with Rebecca Foster. Is Loretta Levon in the room? I can't remember if she's
Nope, but you know who is?
Emma Jorgensen.
Nope.
No. Your husband's
DuPont?
in here.
Oh, Marcus is in there.
Yeah.
Marcus
Interesting.
is hanging out.
Did it seem
and-
like normal?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. We didn't have that much of a conversation. We just glanced in the room. We just burst through the door because we heard some screaming.
He's
And Lady Callie.
I think they just sacrificed their last person, and now Blue Hand Group John is in there, but he doesn't have his gloves on, so he's, I guess, been
tied up.
taken.
Yeah, he's
And
beaten
beaten.
so bad he's almost unrecognizable.
And so he's not well. And then the other guy, we kind of summed up that his partner is very much dead like John DuPont.
You think. So, on the ground, you have 3 ultra acolytes carrying staves. On the dais, about 5.5 feet up, you have Rebecca Foster and Marcus Mizrahi. And at the top of this dais, you have Lady Callie and Detective John. One of these super acolytes looks familiar. She looks like you met her. You saw her in the Blue Note. They all have the pelts on. You all have pelts as well. But these guys, they have on these staves. All right. It's your guys' surprise round because you kicked open the door. They didn't realize you're going to come in. If you want to drop cunning, you can go. If you don't, you still go. So you get 2 turns or 1. It's up to you.
I dropped cunning before.
Yep.
Um,
Cunning.
Yeah, I'm cunning.
and this round might be pretty crazy. I'm gonna charge my It's probably the dumbest thing I'll ever do. But are the cultists pretty close to me?
No. Sorry, you don't have
is there
the
a
map.
group of people at like
No.
are there any clumping?
They're equidistant around. There's 3 of them. So there's
Yeah.
the closest one is to your right, about 10 feet away. The other one, the woman you can see to the left, she's about 40 feet away on this side of the dais. In the center of the room, this big dais.
Yeah. I'm just gonna toss one of my little apprentice flashbangs at. Is anybody standing close to the edge? Is Lady Callie standing close to the edge?
Yeah, I mean,
You
it's
just
not a
kicked
very
somebody
high
off.
platform.
I'm gonna
Watch your-
throw my apprentice powder at, like, and try and hit her in the feet, I guess.
Well, the detective is right there in front of her as well.
That's
on
true.
the
Well,
dais.
she just kicked somebody off the edge, so she's got to be at the edge.
Yeah, she's
And maybe
close.
that'll give him a moment. I mean, I don't know. I presume that who's been in contact with her is probably the enemy. So him being there or not being there doesn't really
What do you
change
bid?
my. I will bid all kinds of stuff.
You will have to throw down for this too. But what do you bid for the
Yeah.
action?
I'm gonna bid murderer because I've murdered many to activate my marksman ability. Because I know she's no joke, and because I've got quite a bit of I'm gonna think that I need a little momentum, so I'm gonna bid parkour, and it's a good thing I'm not leaping off a cliff to activate my jujitsu ability, so I can get enough momentum to throw it across the whole entire way to hit her. And so,
Okay,
and,
what do you-
and,
what
and
do you
also to unclump from. So basically, I'm gonna like flip jump in the room off to the left side. I'm gonna parkour into the room, and then like Hail Mary launch this my last apprentice power in front of Lady Callie.
Okay. You've dropped a bunch of stuff, but what do you
I
bid to
know.
actually do the action?
And to do the action, I'm gonna do Firestarter.
All right. As the door opens, Tony, you see Tony and Simon and Leah. You see rushing past you this translucent form of Nord, as he tumbles in, leaping forward, doing a flip, as he does like a combat roll up into like this capoeira kick thing that like Tim Roberts does, and then launches like a trebuchet human this glass vial at Lady Callie, and she's like, "Oh, be praised! What the fuck?" And seeing this, All right, throw down. You need so many
Oh my
successes.
Oh my god! Oh my
first.
god!
First,
Yeah.
roll your d6 chaos die.
Chaos dies. First, before I roll anything.
Yeah, you roll that. Let's see if it's a 1, because it'd be
It's a 3.
all right. It's not, so you don't mishap, which would be funny if like you squeeze too hard and it just explodes. That doesn't happen though.
Don't
doesn't
mind me.
Just close the doors. Let's do a do-over. Fuck this.
All right.
As you launch the thing, go ahead and throw down. You will
all right.
need 4 successes just to hit her, and because of range and stuff, we're gonna give it an extra success. So 5 is the threshold. You need 6 for a clean.
Oh, well,
This is, mind you, without her reacting.
That is 8, 9.
Oh shit! Throwing down, baby.
That is
Okay.
9.
Okay. Oh God. Well, never mind. I need to make this a lot more
And
difficult.
I had to use skullduggery proficiency.
As you get a narrative point for beating it by more than 2.
Oh, nice.
Do you want to use that now or later?
Yeah, I would like to use the narrative point that everybody, like, whatever they're doing, they instantly stop and, like, think it's part of this ceremony that she has, puffed into smoke because she's magic, and not, like, that it's not an attack.
Falling off.
That it's part of the routine.
There's this explosion and like flare and of Batman sizzle as actually she's like fuck falls off and they're like oh, dear God, she's gone. It's power.
It covers up. It's like a magic trick. They think that she's disappeared. That it's a powerful thing. It's
her
kind of
dress
what
is
it's
like over her
supposed to
head.
Yeah,
like
right.
fucking looking around and shit. All right, roll damage.
Me and my magic D4.
Lord.
Oh, that's a 1.
All right, so
I'm gonna spend a fucking violence proficiency.
I would.
Re-roll that.
Yeah, you can.
Fuck. That's all I do is roll 1s on this thing. Okay, that's 3.
All right, 3, and then you
so
beat
that's
it by. You beat it by 4. So
And I beat it by
you got
5.
7, or you beat it by 4. So
Yeah.
7, yeah.
7 successes.
Woo!
I mean, she pissed me off. I mean, I threw everything at her. I was just like, that's all. No.
As what you don't see is this explodes. It's like I think it's in Mission Impossible 2, which I don't really want to name that movie, but whatever. The glass explodes and embeds in her face. So now she has like that. It's not Mission Impossible. It's James Bond, the bad guy who has like the diamonds in his face.
Oh yeah,
the
with
scars.
the teeth.
Yeah. Well, not Jaws. It's
Not
it's
Jaws?
diamonds in the face. He's an Asian actor. Anyway,
Oh yeah.
as she's like, and has these glass shards in her face, Lady Kelly falls off in a puff of smoke. You can't really see. And she's behind the dais somewhere. You don't know where. As I described, let's see what happens to Detective John since you blew up an explosion next to him. Hey, Leah. Will you roll me a mishap die? See if it's a D6. I see it's a 1. If it's a 1, he gets hurt real bad.
It's a 6.
All right, it's not. Detective John, seeing this display, is actually able to act a little bit quicker. As he launches himself off the other side, you see him hit the side of the dais as he hits the other side, the floor, and he's laying on the floor. All right, that is Nord. Anyone else been cutting?
Yeah, because I had. Or did my cunning still count, or do I need to spend a new one?
You guys dropped cunning to open the door.
Right. So that
Yeah,
I need
so-
to spend a new one.
I'm
No, you
spending
don't.
that-
To
Okay.
open the door.
I'm going to.
Same for you, Nord. If you spend it twice, you only need to spend it once.
Yeah, I just spent it once.
I'm going to run over to Detective John, and try and get him up and make sure he's okay.
John looks hurt. Really, really hurt. As he's all bruised and whatnot, he's got like some sizzle on him from Nord's alchemical mayhem. As he looks up, I can't believe you're here. As he's like missing part of his teeth and he's been tortured.
Okay. Is there another way to? Is this the only set of doors, the ones that we came in here, or is there one closer to where we are now, where I am with him?
So the closest ones are the ones you came in by, because you're standing in front of the dais, right where the stairs are. To your right, less than 5 feet away, is a Nacolite who's looking at you like he's probably going to do something here in a second.
Okay.
You can't see another exit from your vantage point.
Okay. I'm gonna step in between him and the acolyte. Can I? If I go ahead and shoot the acolyte, is that too many moves?
Nope.
Okay.
What do you bid to do it?
I'm going to bid gunplay. Okay, well, I got one flare already, so.
Une flare.
Yep.
God damn, dude, 9 successes is pretty good.
Yeah, well, I bid a bunch of shit.
Yeah, he's really good.
That was a lot of bidding, and I rolled really well. I rolled an 8 and a 9.
Mm.
I got 4 successes on my action die.
Okay, I got 4 successes.
All right. Looking up at this acolyte, who looks like an ultra acolyte, as I'm calling them. Pulling out your 38 special, cock it, bam! Again, you hear from the magic bullet, this mage's commanding word that just, you can't understand the words, but somehow you understand it means death. This word, as the acolyte goes, kind of stammering, almost dropping his stave, as you shoot him square in the chest. For they are not reacting on this turn.
So did the 4? Do I get any extra damage?
Clean success. So the threshold is 3, so you get 1 extra damage.
So that's 7 damage total.
Blam! Oh! As he's shot directly in the chest, he stumbles forward, blood spewing out of his mouth as he leans up against the dais. Remember that as many successes as you can get adds to your damage. 5. Yep. He is still standing on his own 2 feet, but he's wobbly, probably mortally wounded. It's kind of hard to tell through all the furs and stuff. He's definitely feeling it.
Does he look like or do I recognize him now that I see his face?
This particular one, he looks kind of familiar maybe, but you didn't go in the front of the blue note. So you may have saw him in passing. You may have seen him in passing, but
That's
no.
fine.
He's way more clean cut than you would expect. Like, he looks like, an eyes wide shut dude, a businessman guy who's playing dress up.
Yep.
All right. Anyone else dropping cunning? Leah.
Okay.
Me.
So, after all this happens, Leah will pull out her revolver and point it at Lady Callie.
She is obscured by fog, and as the fog is starting to lift, you're not sure if she's on the dais or not.
Okay. Well, either way, this should work. So Leah will yell out loudly, Lady Callie, your friend Onus says hello. And
What do you bid?
I'm going to bid occultist for that one.
You should be a bitch.
Fair. And then I'm going to yell at again. In the name of Areshka Gal, I rebuke you. No. So what I'm gonna do with this, because I just used I messed around because I did some advancements earlier, but I decided to change it up. I'm going to bid metaphysical to activate Thy Will Be Done to try and give her a chaos die next time she tries to do anything.
Mew.
Indeed. Can you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Red.
Hold on 1 second. There's a cat who needs out. Just a moment.
Mew, the red Writ. Hey everybody, join our Patreon because that's what you should do. Whenever you're thinking, what should I do today? Maybe it's join the Patreon because it does take a lot of effort and energy and such to make this podcast happen.
Hold on.
Twice a week. Twice a week we stream on Mondays at 7 and Thursdays we do the Geeky Gamer podcast at 7 most of the time on YouTube and such. So Patreon members get access to special content and all that stuff. You can find us at patreon.com/DreadLore.
This one of the quasi-stray feral cats that hangs out around the house has gotten underneath my bed. It is sitting there like,
Good.
Sexy.
all right. As Leah shouts these taunts into the room, when she drops Erishkagel's name, everyone turns. You hear a couple gasping. You hear the woman on the other side say, bitch. There is a sound from behind the dais. Ooh, coming. Oh, coming. Leah, you have successfully provoked the entire
Good.
including Lady Callie. Basically, you have aggroed Lady Callie. Do you want to do anything else?
I will go ahead and shoot the guy that Simon shot since I can see that he's wounded.
As he turns, he's like, you fucking... And you're going to shoot him? Go ahead and shoot.
Yeah.
It's that Karen that was in the neighborhood in the room.
She should be. She should be, but she's technically not. If you want to narrative point it, she can be.
She's one of the other acolytes.
Yeah, technically, Karen is actually innocent. But if you want her to be a bad guy, she can't be.
No.
Her in her swishy pants, she's actually just hanging out.
Oh.
She was a bit of the not the bait and switch.
mean,
what do you call it? Where it's a setup.
Yeah. I think that she probably leads a pretty okay life, and she's so annoying that Lady Callie. I would spend a narrative point saying that Lady Callie would actually. She got on Lady Callie's nerves. And she didn't want her.
Yeah, they didn't want her.
They didn't want her or anything.
So I only got one success, but I went ahead and bid Master at Arms bid someone to activate Master at Arms to get 3 successes.
Okay. As that is the second time he's been attacked, threshold is 2. So that is a clean success. You get an extra point of damage. Roll your damage plus wound. What's up, Harry Bunkum? He gave us an icon of a devil with a heart.
So that's going to be 6 damage.
6 damage. Harry Bunkum. Almost happy birthday, dude.
Almost happy birthday, Harry Bunkum.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, almost happy birthday.
You say 6 damage?
Yes.
These are with the magic bullets?
Yes.
Malforda! As you explode this, or shoot this bullet, and Magica explodes in colors and rainbows and fucking runes. The acolyte. His name was Bob.
And
Gets shot. He spins around. Ugh! His arm, you see, is disconnected from his body as it flops around in the wrong direction. Blood spraying, almost hitting Simon, but instead painting the dais, the wall of it, as he spins around, falls down lifeless. Mariah, says, gasp. Tony, you spent cunning. It's on you.
Yeah.
We have a whole nother round of turns. Be prepared what you're doing.
Oh yeah, yeah. I open up the book.
You open it up. What is your intention?
My intention is to cause confusion among the ranks, to poison their thoughts, maybe have them turn on each other.
Knowing what you've read, none of this kind of magic, the scroll of the void, deals with mind control. Although it does deal with the void.
Mind control.
Mind control.
Then my intention is to impart a state of Mushin, no mind, into all of them. I want to.
What is Mushin, no mind?
That's a term that says no mind. It's like you're
Oh, no
not-
mind.
No mind. Yeah.
Void state.
Yeah.
Okay. I see where you're going with this.
It's like they've entered a state of meditation involuntarily.
All right. So typically the Scroll of Phantasms is what you want, but you can attempt this with the Scroll of the Void. This would be a brute force. So the danger level is 4, meaning you could hurt yourself and others. Roll your chaos die first. Actually, first bid. That's the first thing to do.
So
I will bid my motto. Can I do that?
Yeah.
What kind of job can I get with 10 years of Latin?
You think incredulously. Harry Bunkum
This
says
job.
thank you.
This job.
Roll your chaos die as a d6. Tell me if it's a 1.
It's a 3.
Ooh. All right. No chaos. As reading out of the book, Tony, these words start peeling off the page. There is an audible gasp of fear from the woman who sees it. You see from behind the dais, the third acolyte pokes his head around and goes, oh, Magica. As she points, he goes, Wizard! You'll need to throw down for this. To cause a state of, basically to force their minds into a void-like state. You don't have mind control magic. You have the Scroll of the Void. It's dealing with something else, which Tony doesn't quite understand. It's pushing and pulling, almost like on a dimensional. You're not quite sure what you'll do with this. And it's a lot harder than it seems because it's unnatural. To eclipse their mind's eye. Threshold will be 5. Quite high. So you need to throw down abilities and all that good stuff. Ninja gear, etc. to make this.
can I aid him?
Yep. How are you going to aid him?
I will aid him with my trait, the spark, by let me think here. By basically trying to maybe I'll take the medallion, that I got from Onus in my hand, and put my shoulder on him to try and impart some of its protection to him.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. What aspect die do you give him? Which you
I will
will
give
not
him
have.
my wits aspect die, which is a D8.
All right, get a D8.
I get a D8. So I'm already at 3 successes.
Nice. You
Can I
need
aid him?
5. Yeah, of course.
as I'm flipping around and doing all that crazy shit, I would like to accidentally, hit the flash bulb on my camera that's just kind of around the side of my, just kind of nestled in a little compartment, and it shoots off. And so like right as he starts reading, it flashes, and so they like kind of look over.
They're like,
to the
ha!
side.
Yep. They're just distracted. What aspect do you give them?
And I guess that's a grace thing, so it's a D8
Okay, get a D8 on top of that.
because they're kind of distracted.
Mm-hmm.
Still at 4. Can I bid my gear?
Oh yeah, you can do up to 2 ninja gear.
I'm going to bid my. I'm going to bid my rosary beads.
How many traits does it have?
It's ninja gear.
Okay, so it has a D4.
Ah, damn it. Still at 4.
Why don't
Okay.
you use some proficiencies? Just saying, to re-roll some of those D8s that you didn't succeed at all on.
I will also aid, and I'll turn around and I'll look at Tony and I go, now's when you can read the book. And I will give him my wits, which is a D8.
All right. The one time he just can't read for the book. You got one more ninja gear and you got your proficiencies.
All right, proficiencies. Did I get my proficiencies back with the new scene?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait, we entered
Okay,
the
then.
scene?
Yeah, you guys
It's
are
a
new
new
scene.
Oh, yeah.
by the
sorry.
way.
Oh shit!
By the
You
way,
guys didn't
Oh,
tell her that it was a new scene.
it's a new scene, by the way. Well, FYI, just in case. I don't know if you care about that.
Andrea's over there, dude, we're fucked.
I will bid my learning.
All right, so you have to re-roll one of the dice. Remember, you take whatever you roll.
All right.
So it undoes what it rolled before.
That's even worse.
You can do as many proficiencies as you want, and you have one more ninja gear.
All right. I'm going to use one of my expressions to re-roll this yet again.
Okay. You could also bid the book, by the way. It is a piece of ninja gear.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll see what this does.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, now I'm at 5.
All right, that is Limbo.
And I will bid the book.
Nor, do you have the stats for the book written down?
It is a book made out of that I found in a hut. So it's the hut book that William Tibbets was pretty upset about me taking it, but I lied to him about me taking it.
Yeah.
So it's got some animosity.
So
It's-
the hut book has, it is obviously void magicka. It's a scroll of the void, and it has signed on it. So that means D6, D8. It is a D8, the extra die that it gets.
It's an autographed copy.
That's right. The book looks like this.
Nice. It does not look like this. This is not what the book looks like.
No, that's not what it looks like.
This is
That's
the
not
wrong one.
That's the wrong one. Actually, your guys are different than mine. You guys have the
There we
deluxe-
go.
I don't. Let's do it.
Yeah, 1 extra. So I'm at 6.
Hey!
Yay!
As void magicka spills out of the DreadLore book. You find out something about these people. One, the names Abigail DuPont is the woman. That should mean something. You guys.
Ooh.
No?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, Abby is the
Greg.
woman.
Gregory James. 2 first names is the other one. Gregory James is apparently a family friend of some sort. You don't really know him. However, you know their names. They stop in their tracks. You see them grab their heads and they're white knuckling the staves that they have in their hands. As the staves start glowing white, on the top you see this gem on each one of them glowing. You see blood pouring out of their nostrils as your void magicka is turning their brains, making it go elsewhere. Because you're putting void in their brains. See, that's how this magicka works. It's not
Be
mind
like an
control.
Egyptian.
It's not mind control. As Gregory stumbles, pukes everywhere, projectile vomit, spins around screaming and drops to the ground, writhing as part of his brain is gone. It's somewhere else.
That eyeballs like eating it.
Yeah. Abigail, however, as in the mother of Gabby, somehow is protected. Perhaps her stave did it, as there's a shunt. And you feel this pushback, all of you, of magicka, as detritus falls from the ceiling. And she looks up, sweat pouring down. All of you, since you were involved in this, get to make sanity. The cost
Sanity.
of using the void magicka is sanity. So, the threshold is 5.
Oh shit.
It is the threshold of the use.
Okay. So.
Scroll of void equals sanity.
So
is the
everybody,
cost.
If Tony's using the scroll of the void, we all get to face our fears.
Okay. So
It's not.
what I'm gonna do, I got 2 successes on the dice.
Mhm.
Plus, I'm going to bid Sociopath to activate Turmoil in Philosophy to give me an extra 2 successes. And then I'm going to bid Traumatized to activate Counterpoint, which gives me another 2 successes. So that's 6 successes.
So how many abilities did you activate?
2.
Nice. Yep, as clean success. As being a sociopathic contrarian, you're like, nah, it's fine. You're totally fine with this. How about the rest of you?
I got
Okay.
2 successes on my dice. I want to go ahead and bid my nature, which is convinced. Because I'm convinced at this point that I'm doing the right thing.
Yep. What are you going to activate with convinced to give you success as?
You mean my proficiency?
Nope. Abilities.
Oh, ability. I will bid. I will bid Latin.
Okay. Is that an ability you have?
No, that's a trait.
Okay. You need an ability that gives you that you have upgrades on to give you success.
Oh, prayer.
Prayer is always a good one. Okay, you activate that. That'll do a 2. So you're at 3. Remember, we got ninja gear, proficiencies, the whole gamut.
And I will go ahead and use my expression proficiency.
Okay, roll your stuff. Nord and Simon, what are you guys doing?
You see Simon, he's got his gun in his right hand, and he uses his left to awkwardly reach into his pocket and thumbs open the flask and takes 2 big pulls off of it and gets 6 successes.
Hey, as you're drinking, it's a deal. Nord?
I rolled an utter failure, so I'm going to use adaptable to activate when plans go awry. So that turns it into a regular failure.
Mm-hmm.
And do I get 2 successes from that? So
No.
what does that mean? How many successes is that? 2 total.
2 total.
Well, and then I'm gonna use the. Can I use the proficiency to reroll?
Of course.
Then I'm gonna use my expression proficiency to find some life in myself, and that gives me 2 additional successes. So that's 4 successes. You said 5?
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna bid my coat of many colors that I just look down and I just see the sparkles and the color of the coat. So to kind of distract me from, and it's kind of a magical thing in and of itself, and I'll activate that in hopes that it would protect me from the madness, and that is an additional success.
So you're at what?
Limbo.
All right.
5.
Tony, what'd you get?
I got no new successes off of that stuff.
Oh. And I have a 1 magic ability. I have 1 point of MA. I don't know what that
Yeah,
is.
that will add a success on this.
Nice.
All right, so you're at a clean.
Now, can't Tony use the ability dice we all gave him?
It's the same turn, so yes.
Oh wow!
So that means he has 3 extra D8.
Yep.
He's got so
I'm
many
just
D8s.
tired of reminding him about the rules.
So many D8s.
We're gonna do a rules session to get everybody up to date. So many D8s. What could he get on those D8s?
I got one more.
Are you
6 successes. Are you
using
really-
those? Are you using those fucking rubber dice again?
Are you
No,
using a
actually,
D4?
that's next though. If I have to roll anything else,
I mean, I would
feel
use my
like-
proficiencies and all kinds
I
of
would-
stuff.
I would throw away those D8s. Whatever dice you're using, you need to get new dice. They're
all right.
Time to
I'm
get
going to
some new dice.
roll. I'm going to use a. I'm going to use my movement proficiency to re-roll.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll one of those D8s, and that'll give me still no success.
Good lord, man.
I'll use my
You're
learning
not having
Are you
proficiency
sure you're not using a D3?
to roll it again. No, but I'm rolling 3s.
Oh, that sucks.
That is now I'm at 4 successes.
You're so close.
And I'm going to use my last proficiency. Last one.
Wow. You just burned through that shit.
Last one.
Well, cheers to you.
And I am still that still failed.
Have you done 2 abilities and 2 ninja gear? Because remember, you can do 2 abilities and 2 ninja gear on your turn.
Yeah, So I'm going to activate Turmoil and Philosophy.
Okay.
And I think
how
that gives
many
me an extra D8.
No, how many upgrades does it give you?
None.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Well,
Holy shit. I totally turned to the page.
Mm.
Weird.
That's all of the unluckiness that Tony had, like,
I have none of it
moved into your
into my book. So,
into
Tony,
your book.
you need to upgrade your abilities so they can give you stuff. It doesn't do shit.
All right. Well, instead, I've got another ability.
Yep.
I will use Vestige of the Godhead, which does have an upgrade.
Hey, there we go. There we go. How many does it have?
1.
All right, so you're at Limbo.
It's about where I.
Bid the book again. It has two more
Okay,
trades.
I'll bid the book one more
It
time.
has 2 more trades. 1 more trade after that. It's a D8. It's fucking D8s.
All right,
Yeah,
that gives me that's 1 more.
Oh my god, okay. Clean success. I was gonna say, the probability of you not getting that any successes on a D8 is pretty high. I mean, it's pretty low, I should say. All right. Woo. Tony, as you guys all deal with the sight of and feeling of void magicka. Nord, it sort of tweaks you. Maybe you're like, you get a little bit of Tourette's there for a second. You will get a flaw. The flaw will be what happens in the shadows or something to that effect.
Shadow Man.
Shadow Man.
Or Shadowed. How's that?
Shadowed. As you guys are brushing off this insanity that almost took you, and you hear the sound behind you. This like someone trying to take a shit. As you turn and you see Tony looking, like staring like laser beam hole in to the void. His eyes are bloodshot. One of the blood vessels bursts in his eye as he's shaking violently, just going through it, man, like fighting with it, like there's an inner demon, like for
Maybe.
a good 10 straight seconds.
Maybe if we let him read the book more often, he would have done a better job.
In the end, he comes out okay. But it looked like a hell of a fight. He looks tired. All right. That's your all's turn.
that was cunning. It's now.
Yeah,
I
can we
know.
spend cunning? I would like to
No.
spend cunning.
No, you can't spend cunning. It's now the player turn.
Yeah.
Who shall we start with? Let's start with Simon. What are you doing?
I will
Kinda
take a
stupid.
shot at Abigail DuPont.
It's not Abigail. Is it Abigail? Is that her name?
Oh, wait, wasn't
It's
was
not
it the
Abigail.
enemy's turn?
No, it's
No, because you guys have a surprise. You
Oh,
surprise
okay.
them, so you got your cunning and your player.
Gotcha.
I kept on thinking Annabelle, but it's Abigail. You're right.
Yeah.
Why do I think that? I think it's whiskey.
So it's the person you guys were trying. The girl was Gabriella or Gabby DuPont.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Her mother is Abigail.
And her dad is John. And John's
yeah,
dead.
he was. John is dead.
John is dead.
John is dead. Leah killed him.
Okay, I'll
Rather
use that.
unceremoniously.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
I get
family
that.
that's no more really. That family's
We all sort of acknowledge that was who she is.
Oh, what?
Oh, they were in the
like-
papers, right?
Well, no, but with the, well, yeah, but there was something. I thought something that sort of gave us the information that that's who that was.
Oh, it was Abigail? One of you saw and figured it out. If you want to bid or throw down, you can know who it was. I think that, I think it makes sense. It's through osmosis, because you never really met her. Maybe you saw her picture, maybe you put it together somehow at the Blue Note, that kind of thing.
Yeah, well, she was in. I'm sure Nord knew her because she was always in the papers. So
Yeah, it makes sense. You just bid or throw down, and you need a
I'll bid
success. and you
good
can-
cop.
I'll bid.
Yeah, you know it's her.
Journalist.
I got 3 successes
To do what?
to shoot Abigail.
Fuck
As you
her.
spin around, boom! Yeah, Bodef is 3, and she can't react because she's surprised. That is Limbo. Just fucking roll in here and murder everybody.
Stop these bitches.
I feel like they asked for it.
As you
They asked for it.
shoot, it's all these caster shells. So it's like this, like ancient mage speaks, just resounding through the air.
That's 9 damage, but since it's limbo, it'd be half.
I was gonna say, God damn, you could do a called shot and get more damage. Although it'd be a chaos time. Or you could squeeze off another one and get a. That'd be 2 blasts.
I'm gonna say it's called shot. I was aiming not to. I'm more aiming at her.
Center of mass.
Whichever hand she is holding the staff in, I'm aiming for that shoulder to try and make her drop the staff.
Okay, roll the d6, see if it's a 1. If it is, you miss utterly.
So
No, it's a
like
6.
In
Oh,
wizarding
let's
school,
go.
they're like, we need you to drop this.
So you get an extra success, so extra point of damage.
So that also takes me out of limbo. So it's actually 10 damage that I do.
That's true.
She done
As
dead.
Simon, you bust around, boom, as you see her arm explode off. As she's like, and passes out. The staff stands there with her arm attached to it for a second, and then
You did disarm her.
Yep.
oh,
Nice.
you get a pip for that, you suck of shit. Yeah. All right, next. Oh, this round's gonna take forever, Leah. What are you doing?
She definitely seemed dead.
No.
Oh.
No, she looks like she
Eh.
passed out because she got her arm blown off.
Damn it! I had a whole speech ready for her, but never mind.
You can still give it as you're like, but fuck, really?
I killed your husband.
I still can't see Lady Callie, can I?
No, you haven't moved, and neither
Okay.
has she.
You can move around to her.
No one can
Yeah,
do
yeah.
anything until you guys are finished.
So Leah will go ahead and move.
Players filibustering the goddamn game. What do you do,
So
guys?
Leah will go ahead and move around to where she can see Lady Callie.
Okay, do you go right or left?
Right.
As you move around to the right, you see a third Ultra Acolyte, Greg James. As he's spinning around to see you, he's in the motion of, because they're starting to come to, try to get out of the way. Of course, you are going before him. He's about 20 feet from you. From this
Leah,
angle, you do not see Lady Kelly.
Leah will point her gun at him and say,
No!
"Good night. Have a sweet dream." And she'll obviously shoot him.
Hey, Rick, let off some steam.
Yeah.
What is this?
Are you firing more than once? It does more damage.
No, but I will do a called shot.
On where?
I'm gonna be shooting him. My goal is to shoot him in the head.
Okay.
So I'll roll the d6 first. I'm gonna use a proficiency next.
Bodef is 3.
That's a
However,
6. Okay.
however, the headshot, I believe, does raise the difficulty. Hold on.
Okay.
Where is the stuff in my own book? I can't find it.
You wanna do cold shots?
Yeah.
I have the PDF, and I know that Simon has the PDF too.
Nope.
So,
Yeah, you guys could.
I mean, we could look up cold shots. Is that correct?
Yeah. It is a vital organ.
Fine.
The headshot. Right, so it gives you an extra die of D4 if you do hit it. I believe it's just a chaos die. Yeah, so you just get a chaos die with it.
240. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I am. So I got 3 successes on the dice. Plus, I am also bidding Trigger Happy to activate Master at Arms for an extra 2 successes.
Okay, so that's 5. Did you already roll the chaos die?
Yes.
Okay, so you're at 5, so you beat it by 2. So roll the damage. You get 2 extra damage on top of all that. And since you're going for the head, roll a d4 of extra damage. Poor John DuPont. His
I
fucking
thought it was
face.
Greg James. Is that not?
Oh, right. But that picture looks like John DuPont.
It was John DuPont, but it's not.
Not
John
anymore.
DuPont looks like.
What were you saying, Andrew?
I'll bring.
It's so much damage.
Yeah, how much you got?
Like 12 damage.
Greg James lived a good life in this game. He was a good character. He had a lot of traits. A lot of character traits. A lot of integrity. He was going to do things to you all. May have had something to say. Maybe not. Regardless. Leah. What happens?
Okay, so because I'm obviously shooting the magical rounds at him, for some reason there's a slight delay in when the magic activates when it hits him. Maybe he had some kind of, protection spell going on or something.
Mhm.
So you see the regular bullet wound open up, go into his head, and he rocks back, and then like half a second later, the whole back of his skull just explodes out in a big explosion.
As you all see this, and the propulsion, the blast makes him, those like sandbag dolls that like you hit them and they come back. Like he just goes blam, and he's in the ground. My poor acolytes.
I bet there's paragraphs of information about this person and the manuals that you can what is it called, the book? There's a book that's coming out with more information about each of these characters, I'm sure, at some point in time, where you can read all about Greg James and what he was up to.
Yeah, he was doing something. Not anymore. Hey Nord, what are you doing?
I'm gonna bid. I'm gonna bid Gleaming the Cube, which is I'm gonna use the momentum of my roll that I was on, and I would like to sprint as fast as I can to where the smoke screen is.
So all the way
To
up to
where-
the top.
Yeah, can I make it up there, or is it too far away?
It's 10 feet.
It's 20 feet.
Oh, 20. Oh, because you're going up, yeah.
Yeah, you can make it to the top. If you're bidding, yes.
Yeah, I'd like to bid to get up there, and I'm certain that I probably can't see her, but I only presume that, she can't see me, Lady Callie. So I would like to activate my Scent of Colors.
Okay.
And I would also, by pointy end goes there, using my attribute, the pointy end goes there to activate the Scent of Colors to feel about where Lady Callie is, and I would like to jab her and bid my Dirgy Dirk.
Okay, we're getting ahead of ourselves because you don't actually know where she is or if that's even possible yet.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna poke. That's why I use the Scent of Colors to kind of give me a feeling of her general whereabouts.
Right. What I'm saying is, you got to get up there first. I mean, you can bid all of that. It's just it may be useless.
Okay.
As Nord, you pre-run up this thing. For a moment, Rebecca Foster, who looks dreamlike, like in a dreamlike state as you move past her, she's in all the get up and she's all like done up really nice. And her eyes are kind of like rolled almost in the back of her head. She kind of blinks and looks over. And she's not. As you're like, hut, 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 hut. As you get to the top, you're in the smoke screen.
Good.
Blood slick all over. You use Scent of Colors. You sense Lady Callie, but she's not up here.
She's in the area.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna keep looking for her, and I'll bid. Ridatism, poison resistance, to maybe mitigate some of the issues and effects of the apprentice powder.
Okay, you can stand being in it, we'll say. As you can be up here and you're looking around. I mean, it's a smoke screen.
Yeah.
Quite literally, that's what you made. So you can't see through it. But you can see like a few feet in front of you. As you're looking around, the rest of you, Nord is completely obscured. He was already sort of translucent. Now he's completely translucent. Hold on. Jesus Christ, man.
Sorry.
I bid this, and I bid pencils, and I bid running, and I bid fly like plans. Okay. Hold on. We got to resolve some of your actions.
All right.
Fuck.
Sorry. Smoke. Mirrors.
Yeah, you're in the smoke. You're in the smoke. Tony, what are you doing? God.
Tony, me. I am gonna read some more.
Okay.
I'm gonna
You gotta tell me what that means.
I'm gonna turn to another section of the book.
Okay.
And I'm gonna read it.
Are you actually gonna?
Giggles.
Are you actually gonna invoke anything, or are you just reading it?
Oh, I'm just reading it. I'm done invoking for a while.
As you start to read on, and when we get out of this, we will talk about what you actually read. Nord's at the top. You can't find her. She's either blown off, has been blown off the pedestal, or she's very good at hiding up here. As you're waving around like Silence of the Lambs, at the end, you're Dirgy Turk. Top of the round. World action. There's a groan from Marcus, who arches his back, howls, and then retches black ichor all over him. Way too much to be humanly possible. As Rebecca Foster grabs her head swimmingly, yelling, "No!" and she drops down to her. "You fools!" you hear echoing. And Nord, you standing on top in this smoke screen, this red light emanates from just below where you are on the second level, where she got blown up to. A red light emanating, and you see down there, like the devil, Lady Callie. She looks like she's in her 20s, perhaps. Her hair is sleeked back, and she has horns, glowing green eyes. She's standing there, arms out with talon-like fingernails. As in the world action, she reaches out and, like Luke Skywalker, grabs a staff, looking up at you. You know something is about to go down. That is where we're going to end.
Okay.
Boopy.
So we will start in the Dread next time.
And what we will do next time is we'll start in the montage. It'll be the couple moments of what, how do we recenter? What are we trying to do? Where are we? And then it is basically world action of that description, and then we go into it. The bad guys never get to go. Although some antagonists, even when you spend cunning, you don't go before them, you go alongside them. And Lady Callie is definitely one of those. So she will be going. If you spend cunning, you will go. I would spend cunning.
Mhm.
That's all I got.
This
Who wants to
time I'm
lead us
out of it.
out?
Also, I don't know if you wrote it down, but just, don't forget that she has a chaos die for next time.
All right.
Mm,
Chaos done.
you mean Lady Callie has a chaos die?
Yeah, because that was what the thy will be
Because you
done.
taunted her.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Good on you.
Does Simon want
Yes.
Drizzle? Do you want to read us out
I can.
of the?
Thank you guys for listening. You've been listening to DreadLore Live Play. It is a tabletop role-playing game that works on immersion versus more so than dice rolls.
The red.
This
The
has
red
been your cast. Thank you everyone for who's been here with us. Bill Bunkum, Daniel Holker, Andrea Elliott-Johnson, Ken Howl, and me, Drizzle. We'd like to thank the music for this evening, all lowercase letters, and Mr. Interrupt. Thank you guys. Really important, we'd like to thank our Patreons. Tim Roberts, Daniel Hooker as well, Nostalgic, and Natalia Cline. All this beautiful stuff you've seen on the screen was brought to you by Couchfire Media. We'd like to thank them. We'd also like to thank Traley Bay Productions. I said that really bad that time, but Trebuchet Productions. We don't really know what they do. So
They do some great stuff.
yeah. And most importantly, we want to thank the viewers like you.
Thanks.
Thank you for the chatting stuff.
Thanks for the chats. Something.